and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel, and let's start. Just that one, or maybe that one as well. Oh. So, okay. Okay, what do we have? The cave drawing from the past. Something shocking. And the nose again. So, something. We've got something. Lethargic again. Okay. Ashamed. Oh, under the past. So, is there something that you are ashamed of your past? What would that be? Yeah, I feel so. I mean, obviously. Okay, I think there's a situation from your past that you are, from your current standpoint, a bit ashamed of, almost. As if you are, when we live further, we come to new insights, and then we realize that what we've done in the past might be not how we act today, possibly. But I feel like somebody who might find out about something that you could categorize as being ashamed of, if they find out that this is the case about you, and that this is now, the shock about somebody else, it's like it's shattering their image of you a bit. It's like, but I think in a good way. It's like, it's like they thought you were, one way, and then when they discover something that you've done in the past, and then it changes their image of you in a good way, and they are all of a sudden are very passionate about you. It's because I think, maybe they thought you were, with that lethargic card, I'm just seeing, maybe they thought you were boring, or, just a bit, I don't know, rigid, boring, and then they discover what you are, what you have been doing, or something like that, and you are a bit ashamed about. But why would you be ashamed about something that you've done? Tell me in the comments. Well, most likely you don't want to tell me because, well, if you're ashamed of something. But I feel that the message is trust in your own nose. Trust in everything that you've done in the past. Every step you take is you. And when we are ashamed of something, we try to... we often don't... we try to separate ourselves from the part of ourselves that has been acting in certain ways. But I feel that... as long as you had a good time, why should you regret something? In that regard. I'm not saying, like, as long as you didn't hurt anybody or whatnot, it's something that you don't need to be ashamed of at all. So why even bother? Why even bother? So I feel that there's this encouragement to trust that you are not being threatened by something that you're ashamed of, or that you could be ashamed of. That's the message. And then there's this peaceful layering energy here. It's encouraging you to make peace with who you are. Every layer of you, every step you took, everything that you've done, because everything that you do can teach you a lesson. And I mean it in a positive way. It can make you wiser, and it can make you more interesting, certainly, but also it can make you more colorful. Speaking of, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the colors. Oh, there's the gold right there. And it's in the peacefulness, yeah. Yeah, that's where the gold is, in the peacefulness. And I see from the colors that there is something, that there's this feeling of being ashamed of something is taking away your self-esteem. It could be that there was something in your past that you were being made to feel ashamed about, but now that you look back, you realize that you don't even, that it wasn't, first of all, it wasn't your fault, and it wasn't even, okay to get that criticism in the first place, I feel. If somebody has commented something about what you have done. And the realization comes in. And I feel that the gold in this is to make peace with it. But also I'm just noticing that the color yellow is missing completely. And that's where the self-esteem and the courage and it's just George entering his... I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by George entering into his cardboard box. The confidence, okay? The confidence has been shaken with this. Something from your past. So it can apply in many areas. Either something that you think that you are ashamed of, or something that someone said to you that you should be ashamed of, but you shouldn't, or something like that. And now you're realizing that you don't need to be ashamed of anything. With that's the messenger, the bird here. Because I feel that something has added to who you are in many layers, and that is the depth of you is what is so attractive, I feel. The passionate. I feel that somebody here, so I feel that this is almost so, something that when you make peace with it, you also emit a different energy. And that is showing. And also, I think there's someone here that admires you in some ways, and you don't know about it because it's not being made known to you, or somebody didn't say that to you. And therefore, if you would know that somebody really likes you for who you are entirely, and especially if they would, even discover the bits that are having this ashamed feeling around it, they do love you even more like that, or they feel more passionate towards you, because it's like it's a bit of a rebellious side, or a bit maybe kinky, or just, a bit edgy. Something that if somebody would look at you like that, they wouldn't say that, they would totally miss out on your side like that if they would totally judge you only by your nose, the way you look like. Because you seem to be, very... With my, what I'm wearing today, this reminds me of that, wearing grey clothes, like being really invisible almost. But when you are someone of extreme depth, you don't need to be a freaking rainbow in your clothings. You don't need that. I mean, you can, of course, if you like that. No judgment here. I love that, actually. Colorful people, it's beautiful to look at. It's like pieces of art with legs. But it's I think that for this reading there's something that you are hiding, or that you are just not emitting that much from the way you are looking, or the way you are acting even. But there is a side of you that is just adorable, even more adorable than everything else as well. So it's like full on love, right? And this has been coming up a little bit. And this is the dull color of the clothing, I would say. It's like, yeah, not much to see if you don't know. But if you find out, then you'd be like, oh wow, and that's good. And also with the bird, I'm being reminded of birds, the male birds that are usually more vibrant in color and all that, and the female birds are very, laid back and settled. They are usually, have brown tones or, not that much color to display, whereas males often have like vibrant colors and everything. And I feel that you are more the female side of things, like, yeah, more subtle colors and not very showy, which is, I think it's beautiful. So if there's something on the table for you like that, trust that who you are is great. And I feel that there's a confidence that needs to be, you need to have more confidence. But how do you get confidence? First of all, if there's something in your life where you can make the connections with, it's helpful. When you can analyze what happened in the past with here, right? And then you see why you are the way you are. It doesn't change it, but it helps to know where it comes from. It's like if there's there has been, with everybody, if you make it conscious that there has been a malfunctioning program running on your brain computer system, and you realize that it has been installed, first of all, the awareness of it, that you have that. It's like a background program that's running. And you realize that by making it conscious, you also can uninstall it. And I feel that there's something happening for you right now where you see that some things in the past were not your fault, or you were shaming yourself even for things that were not your fault. And you really also yourself passionately know that it's not your fault. It's like, putting too much responsibilities on a child, for example, and a child it's not their fault. And also when children are being blamed often, children are the result of their upbringing. And especially if parents shame children, that's a big thing. I just get childhood, cave drawing, old stuff, okay? And yeah, so this rewrites how you think about yourself. But also there's the side of you that doesn't need to show and doesn't want to show even all the bits. Almost as if you are, maybe you go from wanting to display a lot of things with vibrant colors and put yourself out there. You're going from there to having the confidence to know that you don't need to show every side of yourself to everybody, because that can be a reflection of something that happened where you feel that you need to justify yourself to be able to be taken seriously, or to be, because you feel you need to display everything who you are, even though people see it just when they look at you. But sometimes, as I said, this can be misleading, and people don't know everything about you, and when they discover more, then they are intrigued and passionate about you. But I feel that for you, the guidance is to be trusting that your subtle gray energy, some ways, is exactly right for you, because it is also protective. If you are too standing out too much, it can be, you can attract a lot of unwanted attention. And I feel that your confidence is in the fact that you are actually a very colorful person, but you don't need to display that. Because this way, only the right people are going to be attracted to you. Only the people who are actually appreciative of who you are in an overall setting are basically what you are, who are drawn to you, right? And that's where the confidence comes from, because a lack of confidence would want to make, you would want to tell people everything about you, and then they're overwhelmed because they liked you in the first place. But then, the other side would just be, you can just be yourself, and you will be liked by the right people. And I feel that maybe there's also fear of missing out in this, because you are possibly, maybe you were the type of person who adjusted themselves to be liked. who molded themselves into something that they were not, because to be able to be liked by somebody. But then the only thing really that is the most attractive thing is authenticity. And maybe, it's also lovely to discover surprises about people when you get to know them better. It's like having a secret. I don't know, just a secret of depth that not many people should see in the first place. So, yeah, beautiful. I pulled the story cards. Oh, friendship. Yeah, and there she is with her orange cat. And our communion. Nope. Oh, and loss. Okay. Yeah. Box of rain. Oh. Yeah, so I feel that you are possibly, afraid of not being liked who you are. Those cards are very dark and grim, right? Communion and loss. Color scheme very gray, but they are the colors, they are shining through. And this is who you really are, right? The colorful nature person with a lot of orange and yellow all of a sudden in the card, and that's confidence, and that's a quiet confidence. And this is being overshadowed by communion and loss, which is possibly just where you are residing because you are not, maybe because you feel ashamed of something, or I feel that those are thoughts, your inner landscape. That is just somehow a little bit lost. And this, it could also be that the beauty of you is also the depth in form of sadness. There's some sadness, some thoughts that you have during sadness are very enlightening and deep, right? Like the ocean here. But look at this ocean picture. The ocean is dark and the sky is dark. But this, hiding this and trying to put on colors on top, like this dress here, it will shine through and it will still be wrong. Maybe it's also just encouraging you to be a bit more, to reflect what you feel, because the sky reflects the ocean, and this can attract true friendship, because friendship is something where, when you have somebody in your life that you are with and you talk about things, and then, where you have those groundbreaking conversations with somebody that are just feeling like you're leveling up in life, as if you are a part of a computer game, and this makes you level up because you get meaningful insights. It's like a deep conversation that goes into the shadows also with those figures here on the bench, and those are two figures on the bench. It could be that there's a deep loneliness within you because you don't experience that, because you feel because of something that has shamed you in the past, you can't open up to other people because you have been shamed for who you are. Hello, George. Yeah, so our emotional support cat has silently entered the room. Maybe you've heard him. The room is a little bit echoey. Yeah, but it's not that much furniture in here. But yeah. Just mentioning the emotional support cat. He's currently investigating the bin. Yes. So, some deep things like that. If you can do that with your bestie, that's great. That's just great, okay? That makes you feel at home. And there we are, love and the home. Beautiful. Hello. So, okay, we clearly needed the emotional support cat in this reading. So that's the case. That's the love coming in, right? And you're sitting right on this card, George. Yeah. Yes, yeah, very nice. Thanks for coming. Thanks for bringing chaos. We love that. We love that here. So, yeah, so the love card, yeah. Look, and this is, those are butterfly or moth wings, and there's a beautiful house, and that can be your consciousness, but also the house of your heart, because there's a big heart. It's not even depicted fully. That's how big your heart is. It doesn't even fit there. And I feel that this is also something you might hide. It's like, people see the facade, but what's within you is so loving and so beautiful and so full of depth, and you just hide it. You just don't show it. It's like this. And then on the bottom of the deck is opportunity, which I think is interesting. How does this lead to an opportunity? Well, I think, connections lead to an opportunity. And if you have a deep friendship with somebody, you can make things happen even more quicker or better than alone. Because you are just enhancing each other's depth, right? And the emotional support cat has left the room. Yeah, so this can lead to a better opportunity, something, because all of a sudden this looks like a cage, and it could be that you and somebody else is you're both sitting in some sort of cage and you don't know how to get out of it. It's like, but I feel that the solution comes in when you are embracing your depth. And maybe there has something to do. It has something to do with loss and darkness and sadness that you can embrace. Because I don't think that you are the person that looks away from things like that. Because this person is literally looking at the dark ocean and the darkness there. It's not running away from the weather and hiding somewhere. I feel that you and somebody else, you're both like that. And that's the power that you have. Whereas others are just more surface. And this wants to be looked at. Because, hey, this house is full of love. And in loss is so much love as well, So, and I think if this happens, there's an opportunity for you that's important and encouraging and motivating and almost a solution. It's a solution, not almost. It is. I feel an opportunity. It's something you didn't have before. By embracing love and friendship somehow. Okay. Ooh, the cobra. Oh, now I'm scared. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we have. What's the cobra energy? Is it fire? Oh, wow. Fire. Well, I think that's something that maybe is also missing or was missing. Or that you are extinguishing on a regular basis. But let's see what the cards have to say with the cobra energy. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. The cobra represents a teacher or a spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. When in balance, a student of life, humble, wise. When out of balance, know-it-all, egocentric. To bring into balance, taking a class or study. Oh yeah, I love that. I'm repeating myself by saying that I love that. I feel that with all of this, there is somebody there that is a friend that is the same like you, going into depth, the inner wisdom, somebody that I've described with this cobra energy. And an opportunity is also being each other's student, but also being each other's teacher. Both. It's vice versa. That's very equal. Well, of course, if the guidance applies and you would like to take a class, go ahead and do so. It will give you the fire again, you know, some inspiration, some spark, something beautiful. I feel though there is this friendship here that is a teacher and you are also a teacher. So it's a teacher and a student at the same time. And that's beautiful. And you want that. It's beautiful. Just in its reflection, it's beautiful. Okay, so let's see who this reading is for. Really excited who this reading is for. I want to know. Okay. Sag, okay, there you go. Yeah, additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye 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 bye.